Hello, my name is Dr. An Sung, and I want to congratulate you from taking action and starting this free 7-day mini course on how to 3x your productivity in just half the time. A little bit about me. My background's in emergency medicine, critical care, and also aerospace medicine. So throughout my lifetime, I've always tried to learn and jam pack as much as possible into my life. And the life just got really, really busy. And I felt like my relationships with my loved ones, it was suffering. And that's why I poured my time into learning how to set up the perfect routine to maybe 10x my productivity. And this is my way of sharing what I've learned throughout the years with you. A little bit about the course outline. We'll start off by stating our why. Why do we want to do this? We have to have a strong enough emotional purpose in order to really push us forward, okay, to our end goal and our end vision. And we'll discuss on how to measure our baseline. And in the Power Action Step 1, we'll discuss how to automate, eliminate, and delegate tasks. In Power Action Steps 2, we will discuss how we're going to set up the perfect routine the night before you actually start the day. And then in Power Action Steps 3, we will actually go through the routine, the times, the setup, and the tools that you can use in order to have the perfect day. So let's go ahead and dive in with your why. And before you do this, I would like you to make sure that you get a journal or a notebook, something that you can handwrite, because as you handwrite, your brain is going to remember it more. It's going to solidify that vision for you. And it's going to work really, the creativity is going to come to you. And you'll find solutions that you would have never thought before and create new solutions, essentially. So, number one, please get a journal notebook so you can handwrite. And number two, please take action, any micro step. As long as you are taking action, you'll move forward a little bit more than before. Okay. If you don't take any action and you just absorb the information, that may not do as much for you. You'll get the motivation by just taking action. Okay. Sometimes we lack motivation doing things. The more you do, the more you move forward, you'll get that motivation. So please, after one session and one video, take one micro step or make one decision so that you can propel yourself forward. So let's go ahead and dive into your purpose of doing this course. What is your why? Simon Sinek says, always start with why. And that is going to be the driving reason to give you the emotional threshold to kind of push you forward so that you will take action and complete this course and do the task that's needed. So is your why maybe you're lacking motivation? There's a goal or a task that you've been thinking about for years or months, but you just haven't had the motivation to do it. Or perhaps you have so many distractions from children, from work, from texts that you just can't get anything done. You don't really get any deep work done in the morning or during the day. And you just have to keep pushing your tasks to the next day, to the next day. Or perhaps, your why is that you just really want to finish all of your tasks and complete your to-do list so that it's not weighing down on you as defined as by what's called a cognitive load. So it's not weighing down on you where you have to carry it forward over and over. Maybe your why is that you just want to have enough time to spend with your loved ones, your kids, your husband, your wife, your parents, whatever it is. You want to finish things on time. You don't want to work late so that you can go on that date that you want to go on. You can spend time with your friends and you don't have to feel guilt, and that you can have like a perfect sleep at the end of the night because you don't have to stay up to go to work. So there are a lot of whys in this course. And I want you to write down in your journal, what is your why in increasing your productivity and trying to save time? What do you want to do with that extra time of yours? And think about your current state right now. What is the cost if you do not change? So, if you do not change your ways right now, what is it costing you? How much time a day is it costing you? Can you quantify the productivity? that it's costing you. Say you have a slideshow or presentation you have to create or a document that you have to read. If it's taking you double the amount of time per day to do this because you're so distracted by all the pop-ups and emails, or because you're so fatigued because you didn't sleep well, then it's costing you time, let's say 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day. And what is that carrying over? So think about not just the immediate effects, that's the first order effects. Think about the second order, the third order, the fourth order effects to see if it's still negative or positive. If you're not sleeping well, then you decrease productivity for the day. And then after that, when you're off work, you don't have time to go to your kid's baseball game, or perhaps you're snappy at your loved ones because you're so tired. And then the third, fourth order is that your relationship is suffering, and so on, so on. So I want you to think about the cost of you continuing on in this journey, and not only the immediate cost or first order effects, but all the way down to second, third, and fourth. And I want you to write them down. And then I want you to kind of measure a baseline. So how many hours are you doing actual deep work where you are not distracted, when you're in flow, where time is standing still? You just feel like you're so confident that things are just flowing. You feel like you are in control of this task. Or how much time are you really able to create and immerse yourself in learning a certain type of material? Or perhaps you have a creative project that you're working on with your team. How much productive work are you and your team actually able to do? Or perhaps you can think about, how much time do I have to actually play with my kids, or spend with my friends, or have a date with my loved ones? How much time are you spending sleeping? How much time are you spending cooking, eating? Or how much time are you spending on the phone, answering calls and emails on things that really are not that important to you, but it's important to others, and you're just kind of answering their requests? So please get a baseline for the week and quantify how many. You can do it for today, at least, or the day before, but I want you to keep going to kind of quantify and approximate the amount of time you're doing these tasks, the amount of hours that you're doing these tasks. And then throughout this entire course, there are going to be a lot of habits, a lot of tips given to you and shared with you. And of course, everybody's situation is going to be different. And I want you to keep in mind to pick the highest ROI activity or change that you can do, highest return on investment activity. So what that means is that depending on your situation, there might be one change that can really eliminate all of the other changes. It's really not necessary to enact the other changes or the other habits. So say for me, actually, I have determined that my highest ROI activity for productivity is actually to protect my sleep. Protect my sleep with my full power. That is through nutrition, through timing of sleep as well, through supplements if I need it, through minimizing blue light. I figured that if I can protect my sleep and get really good quality sleep in 7 to 8 hours, and the hours, the time, the total duration is actually not enough. I want at least an hour and a half of REM sleep. I want at least 2 hours to 3 hours of deep sleep if possible. Then I know the next day I will be able to double up my productivity no matter what I am doing, and even double my attention, so that I can be present with my patients, with my colleagues, with my loved ones, and I'm not going to be easily irritated or be reactive to them. And if I can double my productivity, my presence, my attention, my non-reactivity, and my love to, people around me, and imagine if I can protect my sleep every day and I just keep doubling what I can do every single day. Can you imagine the amount of impact that you can make? It's going to be exponential after days, weeks, months, years. So please, throughout this whole course, I want you to focus on that one thing, the one task, one habit change, or one tool that is going to give you the highest ROI in what you are looking for. So thank you. I'm so grateful for your time being with me today. And remember, everything that we need is already within us now.